Hello all, it's James Johnson, aka Sulphurblade, with my continuing coverage of our very, very, very fraught with fraud election. So, evidently, Arizona, the clever people in Arizona figured out a way to invalidate conservative votes. And I'm just going to play this video. This is not my video, but, you know, I like to reuse other people's videos. It's how I do my channel, it seems, but here we go.
There were two people in front of me that used a Sharpie.
Yes.
That was given to them by the poll workers.
Yes.
It did not read their ballot.
Okay.
And they slid it in there twice. I used a pen.
Yep.
Took their Sharpie and threw it away.
And it read your ballot.
And it read my ballot.
And it read your ballot.
And it read my
so
ballot.
what they're doing is they're telling people to use the Sharpies. That way,
Yes.
those votes aren't counted.
Yes.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yes.
So there was other people that were in there voting with their pens, and they literally went around and they were yanking pens out of their hands.
Yes. They tried to do that to me, and I took their Sharpie and I hid it because then they said, look for all the Sharpies that are not being used and take the Sharpies back. They had a bowl of pens behind them that they were not giving to people and only giving Sharpies out.
There we go. So the ones with the Sharpies are not being read at all.
No.
No. None of those ballots are being read.
Of course not.
So that's and so they're doing it because they're trying to skew all of the votes in
Yeah,
there.
and
That's exactly what's going on.
They didn't try to even slide it more than one time. They immediately took it and slid it in the front. Like, not even tried a second time. They just
That's correct.
ran it through and slid it in the front. And I was like, wait a
That's what they did with yours?
Yep, and I just went with a Sharpie, voted Trump, and she just slid it in, and that was it. But
But they're not counting. They're not counting the ones with the Sharpies. And so they're forcing people to use the Sharpies, and those votes aren't being counted.
Right.
That's what's going on.
Right. And then I posted it on my Facebook group chat in my neighborhood. They said they did it at the Queen Creek Library. They did it at ASU Polytech earlier. That like 4 different polling places were doing Sharpies, all in like between Queen Creek and like the edge of Gilbert.
Yep. And those ones are not being counted.
Yes.
They're invalid.
Yes.
Yes.
I have proof.
So they're invalidating votes is what they're doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
That's how
I
it
took a
feels like.
picture of my
Okay.
ballot. For
And then
Trump.
there was a guy that directly came out and yelled at me 3 times. They both came out.
Oh no, they called the sheriffs and said that and told us to stop handing out the ballpoint pens, in which case those are the only ones that are actually being counted and validated.
I used your pen and then I
Yeah.
sent it back to you and I
And
said,
they're-
give this to somebody. 'cause
Yes, yes. And so we know that, and we've been telling them you need to use a ballpoint pen, not the Sharpie, and now those are getting invalidated.
Yeah.
So people are coming here to vote for Donald Trump, and those votes are all getting invalidated. That's what's going on. There we go. Explain one more.
Okay, so I heard about this. Where did I hear about this? I don't know. I was looking at something, and the video was talking about possible voter corruption because I was interested in what was going on in Wisconsin. I wanted to see if anybody else had different perspectives on the Wisconsin issue. And then this vote by Sharpie thing came up in Arizona. And there's a bunch of it, voting by Sharpie. Seems to be a thing here. So Arizona is typically a Republican state that has flipped very heavily, well, not heavily, but it's flipped Democrat. It went Biden this year. And now we're having this quote-unquote Sharpie conspiracy that is certainly throwing a wrench on things, because if the Sharpies are literally not being able to be read in the ballot, and they know this, and they're purposely handing out these Sharpies so that they don't get read instead of a ballpoint pen, then we have an issue. A serious issue, right? So there you are. I wonder what this says. Can I use a Sharpie in my ballot? Maricopa County voters can use a Sharpie to mark their ballot. Let's see what this says.
Hey everyone, fill the ballot here.
Did you know you can use a black or blue pen or Sharpie to fill out your ballot in Maricopa County? The new tabulation equipment only reads the ovals, so bleed-throughs are not a problem. The new ballot style also has off-centered columns that don't allow for bleed-throughs to fill out ovals on the other side of the ballot. At the vote center, you may notice fine-tip Sharpies are used. That's because it's the fastest drying ink and works best on the tabulation equipment. If you're filling out your ballot at home, you can use blue or black ink with ballpoint pen or Sharpie.
Right, this is Maricopa County elections. Where is Maricopa County at? Arizona. Look at that. So we have an actual official Arizona County Elections Department saying to use Sharpies, and then we just had the video saying that the Sharpies weren't being read in Arizona. Huh. I wonder what's going on there. So this could, you know, I wasn't in Arizona. I didn't actually see this happening. It could be that imaginations are getting the best of people and the Sharpies are fine. Because it's hard to take other people's word for it. This is basically rumor that I've heard off the internet. But what if? I mean, could this have been an elaborate scam to find a way to swing the election in Arizona? Did they, maybe they, I don't know, had some special Sharpie pens that just didn't actually work correctly. Maybe normal Sharpie pens do work, but they had, I don't know. I'm being a conspiracy theorist here, but I think that this is definitely something to look into. The fact that these people did report that this happened does, I think, raise a serious concern, and that's a serious concern that should be addressed. Anyway, I thought that this was another interesting case to bring up in our election 2020 coverage. I'm James Johnson, aka Sulphurblade. Hopefully you're enjoying my content. If so, please leave a like and subscribe, and until the next time, all, peace.